Hello guys, so in this tutorial video we want to talk about modification tools. The other time we talked about the drawing tools, the basic drawing tools. We talked about the line, the polyline, the circle, the arc, and some other things. So the other drawing tools will be in our next videos. They are advanced tools, so definitely we are going to show them to us in our next video. So in this video now we want to talk about this modifier. They are called modification tools. Modification is just you being able to adjust your drawing, adjust your designs in the whichever way you want it, how you want it to look like, how you perfect you actually want it to be. So under the modification tools now, we have the move, we have the rotate, we have copy, we have mirror, we have stretch, we have scale, we have array, we have offset, we have explode, we have fillet, we have trim, and we have erase. So the other advanced tools is you have set to by layer, change space, lengthen, break at points, then break, then we have join, we have reverse. So these are the things we'll be looking at as time goes on. So for example now, if we want to make use of this modification tools, okay, let's take a look at move. Now in move is just like you shifting from one place to another, and this is the icon, this is the tool here. Then you can make use of your command as well. Just type M, so you'll be able to move this. But before that, make sure you select what you want to move. So I select this circle and I press M, and I'll be able to move it from one place to another. So also copy. I want to copy this now. Once I select it and I press copy, or I press CO, CO is also copy as well. I'll be able to move it from one point to another. Let's do that now. I want to move it from this point to this point. Then sometimes you might want to move from a known point to a known point. For example now, let's assume I have this circle, the center of the circle here. Understand? I want to move this circle. This is a known point already. I want to move this circle to also to a known point. So what I need to do is to copy and select from center. Then I copy to the other center. Then there are some times when I want to copy from an unknown point to a known point. Okay, for example now, this is a circle. There's no specified points in relations to this line here. So definitely this place is not known, but I want to copy it to this known point. So once I copy, I'll try to pick the center and I'll drop it there. So I can copy and paste to the extent I want it. Just make sure that I specify my distance very well. So that's copy. Then mirror. Let's assume we have let's do a rectangle. So that'll be easy for me to explain. Let's do a rectangle. This is a rectangle now, and I want to mirror this rectangle to the other side. All what I need is just to select and press my command, either MI mirror. Then I will pick a point. I'll click a starting point and an end point. Then it's asking me that mirror, erase source object, yes or no. I can say yes, I can say no. If I say yes, that means this one, the one I mirrored, will actually be deleted. So if I do that again now, mirror, and I said no, definitely the two will remain. So there are some times that you might have a known point that you want to, let's assume I want to mirror like this, and I want this place to be my reference point. I'll just click, mirror. I'll just click this point and click this point. Understand? So that's that. Let me do that again. That's your reference point. Then you can say no. So the two will actually remain. So as we go deeper into this course, we'll be making use of these tools very, very well. And by then we'll be able to understand the major areas where they are really needed. Mostly they are always needed, but you will really understand different aspects of where we are going to be using it. So let's take a look at rotate. Let's take a look at rotate. Let's assume we want to rotate this circle. Once we select it, either you press your command rotate RO, then you pick a point, reference point, you're able to rotate the way you want it. Rotate like this, rotate like this, depending on the area or the degree you want to rotate it. Then we have stretch. This stretch now, let's take a look at this line. If you click your arrow here, you see stretch and lengthen. So stretching is just like you trying to elongate the whole body, the whole line or the whole element. Trying to elongate it, you can press your shift down to get a perfect stretching, just like you are stretching. That means the whole body is moving. But when it comes to lengthening starts from where you stopped. Just like you creating an additional line to it. You see now that the whole body is not moving, but starting from the end point, I'm trying to create another end point. You see now, so that's the difference between lengthening and stretch. Let's do that again. Stretch, that means you are moving the whole body and you are at the same time elongating it. But to lengthen is just to stretch, just to elongate without moving the other body. Just like you have an end point and you are moving that end point to another end point. So that's that. What other thing? We've talked about stretch and we've talked about lengthening. So this is scale. Scale is you trying to reduce or increase a shape from one size to other size. Either you are reducing from a bigger size to a smaller size, or you are increasing from a smaller size to a bigger size. So if I want to scale this one now, just okay, I want to scale, I want to enlarge it, I want to know, or I want to reduce it. But definitely it's going to reduce the more you scale. Okay, let me say if you are scaling, definitely your dimension will change. The dimension will change because you are increasing in size. Definitely the size of the object will change. Either it is reducing or it is increasing. So we also have array, rectangular array. Array is just like creating a multiple similar component. Yeah, let's say I've selected this object as an array. I'll be able to, now you see, now once I select that object and I click array, it gives me the multiples. Now we have it in columns and we have it in rows. These are columns, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. These are row 1, row 2, row 3. You understand? Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. So if I want to increase it now, take a look at this pop-up icon here. The column, if I want to increase the column to something like 8 and put this row to something like 2. That's what they give me. Oh, sorry. 2. You see that? I can also come, click it again, it will pop up, and I can increase it to 10, depending on what I want to do. So that's array for you. Then offset. Offset is like creating the same similar components alongside, just like you're having a line and you want to create another perpendicular line and another parallel line. Yeah, so for example, now I want to create this offset. I can use O as my command, offset. Then I can specify, once I create offset, I have to specify the length I'm offsetting to. Maybe I want to offset by 2 to 5. That's the normal block size. I can offset by 225. I can offset again. I can offset this one by 225. I can offset again. I can offset again. I can even offset outside. So just like you creating similar line, but there will be a distance between them. So we normally use it in our drawing. This is very important in all our drawing. It is very important in all drawings. Then we have trim as well. Okay, let me take this as an example. Trim is just like you cutting off some excesses that you don't need. For example, now I want to join these two together and I want to trim it. I want to trim this. 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 I want to delete this. Just like you joining two elements together. So that's trim. Because there will be a lot of excesses in your drawing, and the best thing for you to do is to trim them to be neat. For example, now if I want to shorten the length of this one, I will just draw a line. I will select it. TRI is trim. TR is trim. Then you can trim this, trim this, trim these excesses. So wherever you need excesses, that's where you use your. Wherever you have excesses that you want to reduce, you want to trim, you want to make it a perfect shape, that's where you use your trim. Yeah. So I don't want this video to be too long. What other thing can we talk about? Okay, we have explode. Now this explode is majorly used when we have joint line. For example, the polyline, or let's say our rectangle. This is our rectangle. They are joined together. In case you want to separate them and make them go their separate ways, the horizontal line, the vertical line to go their separate ways, you can just come to explode, and you'll be able to, you see they are in their separate ways. So like okay, let's say this. Okay, let's say this. These are joined together. So if I click explode now, it will be in a separate way, just like you breaking the band that are between them. Then also we have erase. Erase is just like you trying to delete something. For example, I want to erase this. E is the shortcut. Then just click and you delete it. You click and you delete it. So that's erase for you. You want to delete any object. So in our next videos now, we'll be talking on the advanced tools in this advanced tools for the draw and the modification tool. So you can revise, watch the video again. Anywhere you don't understand, you can send me a text. I'm gonna drop the way you can access and ask questions. We have a community, so you can always ask questions, and there will be a provision to answer all those questions. So you can watch the video again, watch and over again. Just ensure that you understand the uses of all these tools, because they are very important, and there's no way you want to escape them. You are going to use them in all your design. So thank you very much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.